Good evening and welcome to our Real Love episode. We have Mr. Cecil Elder here today, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what love or real love is to him. Welcome to our show today, Mr. Cecil Elder. How are you?
Hello, hello. Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm great today, feeling awesome. How you doing today, Dr. Liz?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I just wanted to put it in your ear. You know, you're one of our most requested guests on the show.
Oh, that's an honor to hear
You
that.
know, you started it out from the beginning. Every time you're on, our views go out the roof. So thank you
All
for
right.
coming on.
All right. Yeah, I like to hear that.
Yes, yes. So when I talked about a song for you, you talked about "Why I Love You" by Major. And I think that is such a beautiful song. I was actually listening to it last night, and I'm gonna give you a couple of the lines here, and then we're gonna talk about what real love is to you.
All right, let's do it.
It says, the lyrics goes, I found love in you and I've learned to love me too. I think that is so beautiful. I learned to love me too. So you really taught me how to love myself, is what he's saying here. Never
Yeah,
have I felt that I could be all that you see. It's like our hearts have intertwined into the perfect harmony. This is why I love you, because you love me. Isn't that beautiful?
beautiful song. Beautiful
Oh
song.
my
Actually, they
goodness.
played that at me and my wife wedding. So that was for both of us, you know what I'm saying? Because that's when you can find how your true love is really about, and really the amount of years that you could deal with that same love that you had throughout the years, and you have grown together. So it's been almost we've been together now 20 years, married 18 years. So we still have that passion for one another. So that song was really on point, and it means so much. You got to listen to the words, and the words is what takes it to the next level.
So what do you think that sticking power is to actually loving somebody for that amount of years? That is beautiful, and I commend you for that. And one of the reasons why we bring this show too is because you know we want people to see that there is a way to come together and a way to stay together and stick it out through thick and thin and just work it out. So what do you think that glue is?
First thing is communication. Got to be able to communicate with one another on all terms. And always, you're gonna get some disagrees and some agreements, and some things you might not agree with. So, but one thing what I have learned, and even through our whole relationship and through our marriage, is you never want to go to bed mad at each other. You want to at least talk that thing out before you go to bed. And I know sometimes that sounds like it's hard to do, but life is not promised. Life is not promised to the next person tomorrow. You would hate to go to bed mad at that person, and tomorrow or throughout the night something happened. So we always, through anything, no matter what, do our best not to go to bed mad at each other. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk that thing out, roll over with a frown or whatever, but we'll talk it out. You got to talk out things now. That's really important, because a lot of times people hold things in. When then you hold things in for so long, it makes something totally, it's an explosion, go off somewhere else. So communication is key. That's one thing I always like to say, communication. And I tell everybody that you got to communicate. If you don't say nothing, you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. But you got to communicate.
I think that's good what you just said. You said if you don't know, you don't know. And I think sometimes um, we expect our partners to be mind readers.
Hmm.
And I think that's key on what you just said. You know, if you don't know, you don't know. And sincerely, sometimes people expect things to be just say, "Oh, you should have known that." But how can you know if I never opened my mouth?
Right.
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 And then I think it's we talk about a lot about the five languages of love, or the five love languages. How did you and your wife start to understand how to love one another?
Well, I'm gonna say this. As we was dating years ago, it was days like all the time, every day. People thought we was You know what they used to call us strange, but we couldn't go a day without seeing each other or talking to each other, or every time we seen each other, we was just so happy. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's important. You don't want to just have that happiness just for the moment. You want to carry carry it on. You know, so every time we used to go on dates or we used to see each other, she used to come to my house, I'd go to her house. You know, we was just excited to be around each other, and we kept that going even to this day. You know, and of course sometimes we, got to do our different things here and there, but you always be happy to see that person, and always we kiss each other. You know, when we leave the house or when we come in, we tell each other we love each other every day. You know, all throughout the day, I love you, because that's important. You know, love is important out here. You know, if you don't say it, some people. I ain't saying everybody, but some people don't even say it to their spouse, and I was like, man, you ain't told your wife you love her, or she ain't tell you. You know, it's love. I'm a passionate person, so I'm about love. I'm about hugging and loving on each other, and especially my wife. You know, that's my wife, so gotta show that love. So that's one, just loving each other, communication, loving on each other, and want to be around each other. You don't want to not be around each other and always. If you're around somebody and y'all always mad at each other, that's not good. That's not healthy. You want to have that. You want to be able to love and hold strong on one another. So that's what I get out of that. There, you got to have them things going on together at the same time.
And how important is it to be compatible?
Well, that's important, but everything, you ain't gonna agree with everything your other significant other do. You know what I'm saying? You might like ice cream, and they might not like ice cream. So, but being compatible on levels like, see, how I am here, like me being the man of the house, I like to make sure uh, handling bills and everything. That's one thing I'm really focused on, taking care of my home. So then my wife, she take care of her things. But being compatible, talking things out, like things that got to be done and what's going to be done. We'll talk it out. We'll talk it together. We doing now this year. We got a dream board up. Going over different things that we're going to accomplish in 2021. Writing down goals together. And on that type of being compatible with each other on that is really important, because y'all both want to be going in the same direction. You don't want to be going left and she be going right, or you going right and she going left. Y'all want to get on that same street, get on that same road, and roll together with the being, capable of doing everything together as much as y'all can together. So,
and then how did you build trust in your relationship? Because I hear that a lot of folks saying that, without trust you don't have anything. So how important is trust?
Yeah, trust is very, very important. If you don't trust each other, you ain't gonna make it. That's hard. If you got a husband and you not trusting your husband, he can't go to the store without you thinking something, or your wife can't go nowhere without you thinking something. That's hard. If you don't have trust, you don't have love. Love is, y'all got to be able to trust on one another. Y'all shouldn't have to be going through each other's phones, or going through the wallets and seeing if you found a number, or seeing if you found a number in her purse or a number in his wallet. That's not trust. If you doing that, that's not good. Because you're not trusting on one another. So in order to trust each other and love, if y'all love each other, y'all gotta have trust with each other, or that's a hard deal. To me, in my opinion, that's hard to. If I'm being with somebody and I can't trust her, I can't be with that person. And I know if that person with me and she can't trust me, how can she be with me? Thinking every time I leave the house I'm doing something, or every time she leave the house she doing something. That ain't good. You can't work that thing out like that. To me, my opinion, without trust, yeah,
Uh,
that's bad. That's not good.
Now, do you think that your partner helped you to build trust in them, or do you think it automatically happens?
Well, it depends. It depends really on how that person is, or how that person was, or how you are. if you was a type like, let me see, I want to say it correctly. I don't want to say nothing wrong, but if you done met this person, now people can change, you know. But if y'all done been together and this person you done caught cheating on you 2 or 3 or 4 times, that ain't you ain't that you ain't building no trust. Then anything you lose in trust. You don't want to be with nobody like that. But if you sincerely done been with that person and you know it ain't been no kind of red flags like this person doing something or that person doing something, that's building trust because y'all going and growing together in a relationship, in a commitment, and even in a marriage, y'all doing something together. So when y'all doing that together, y'all gotta have that sight of trusting each other. You know, so if one doing this and the other's doing that, and y'all find each other bumping heads, and this person cheating, that person cheating, it can't work, you know. But the other way, y'all can help each other build each other trust on how y'all are with each other. You know how y'all are with each other. That's how you build your trust up. You know,
Yeah.
it's hard to be building trust up with somebody and you didn't got caught cheating about 3 or 4 times, and this person that's
One
losing.
time.
Can't trust nothing that way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now,
Well, I
see,
know huh? Go ahead. No, you go
I
ahead.
was gonna say people have been in relationships that kind of will put them, you know, it'd be they because they have been in relationships that they didn't been in relationships, people that cheated on them and they can't trust. So they'll bring that into the next relationship. And sometimes that'd be bad because even though you know that person is different and not the same person as that person was, that other person still have um setbacks of what happened with that person. Like that person left and went gone too long to the store in 2 hours and came back. Then the other person could go and then you know it can mess up you know their relationship if they don't handle that thing right away. You know, because people have came out of bad relationships and got in good relationships. And when they got in a good relationship, it could become a bad relationship because they looking at all the stuff that happened in the bad relationship, bringing it over to the good relationship, and it's totally different, you know. So people gotta help build each other up out of them trust issues to know, like, hey, I ain't that person, or I ain't doing what that person did. I'm different, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they could build their trust up and just show each other the love and keep loving on each other that way.
I love what you said, and you summed it up really, really good for us, just in a nice package. What I got from you, you said what a healthy relationship looks like is communication, never going to bed angry. You say greeting or getting those kisses in, showing, expressing, and making sure that you say that you love them, that you tell them that you love them, and that you build each other up, and that you continue to build each other up. You show love, and you make sure that you show trust. I think that's a wonderful little, like a little scope for us to go by. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that's great.
To
um
this,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. To this day, Dr. Liz,
Yes.
my wife been married 18 years.
Yes.
Every day, I still tell her how beautiful she is to me because she's beautiful. You know, and she always tell me how handsome I am to her. You know, so you know you want to continue to keep that up throughout the years. You know, if you got a beautiful wife or you got a nice looking husband, y'all want to keep lifting each other up. You know, y'all want to that goes a long way because if you get to the point
Yes.
you quit saying it, that person be like, dang, I must don't seem look beautiful to this person or handsome to this person anymore. You know, so that's key too. Same thing about lifting each other up at the same time.
But you gave us some great points. You gave us some great things to really think about. And oftentimes, when you ask somebody that's been successfully married for years, you ask them what's the secret, and they can't sum it up like that. So you're obviously walking the walk, and you're talking the talk, and you're actually executing and doing it. So we just want to say, and I just want to say, congratulations. Keep up the good work. Thank you for being an example and a model out there to us, to let us that are not married to know that a successful marriage is possible and a healthy relationship is possible. And we're going to get your beautiful wife out here. We're going to get both of you guys on together, and we have some specific questions for couples. But thank you for being a part of our kickoff series to Real Love. authentic and pure. So we thank you so much. Did you have any final words?
No, I just want to say thank you for having me on this show today. And anytime you need me, I'm here, and this is what we do. It's all about love. Thank you so much, Dr. Liz. You have a wonderful day.
You too. It's all about love. And don't forget, everybody, to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll keep bringing you more and more information. And if you leave a comment down to let us know what you want to talk about, and even tell us some of your love experiences, and we'll keep bringing it. As long as you want us here, we'll be here. So again, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll talk with you later. Bye for now.
Bye.